We're talking about guardrail ends. That's the part that covers the sharp end of the guardrail, one new and one old. As we started digging into the newer ones linked to deaths across the country, we found hundreds of an older model so dangerous the federal government told states to remove them 16 years ago. GDOT had no idea how many of either were still on our roads. That is, until our investigation.
1409 is requesting assistance.
Even the emergency crews couldn't believe it. When they rolled up on this wreck along Interstate 20, the giant metal guardrail had sliced right into the car, straight through the passenger and driver.
I would not look at the picture of the vehicle. I didn't want to see it, but it cut them, pretty much cut them in half.
Vicki Spradley lost her only child, Jacob. Outgoing and friendly, he had just gotten a new job and a newfound friendship with his mom.
The last couple months was the best months of my life with him. I didn't know what to think, and it didn't make sense.
Jacob's car hit the end of the guardrail, a rounded piece of metal called the Breakaway Cable Terminal, or BCT. What his mom did not know is the BCT should not have even been there.
I know that they were killing hundreds of people per year back when they were widely used.
Dr. Dean Sicking invented 6 of the 9 types of guardrail ends in use today, and he served on the national committee that led to this safety memo in 1998. It told states BCTs should now be replaced due to unacceptable passenger compartment intrusion. It noted BCTs are too stiff to protect drivers.
And I fought long and hard to get the BCT in the category that it had to be replaced under any highway maintenance, because I knew it was a very dangerous system and needed to be taken out.
The feds allowed the states to complete the replacement gradually with routine road work. How many of those BCTs are on Georgia's roads right now?
I couldn't give you an exact number.
Georgia's transportation commissioner admits his department keeps no records of which type of guardrail ends we have and where.
I would say there are very few. There may be a few out there if they've been missed, but I would venture to say that most of them have been caught and repaired.
His few is actually a few hundred at least. Channel 2 mapped more than 300 BCTs all over Georgia highways. Interstate 75 in Cobb County, 675 in DeKalb, dozens along 985 in Hall County.
You can't go out and do it overnight. So you
But
do
it's been 16 years.
Well, that's, again, in the transportation world, that's not necessarily that long of a time.
We found damaged BCTs in Fulton and Gwinnett counties, and on Interstate 20 in Douglas County, we found a few where a paving project had just finished.
If we've missed something in projects, or if we haven't gotten to those things, or if it meets the criteria, we want to address it.
Vicki says it's too late for Jacob, but GDOT should be doing more.
I don't understand how hard is it to fix something, especially when it comes to human life. Go out there and find them.
After Jacob's crash, GDOT did replace the old BCT with a new type of guardrail end and a new controversy. Jeffrey Warford used to think guardrails were designed to keep us all safe until his son Jeff Jr. crashed into one.
From what the coroner and everybody tell me, he died instantly.
Jeff was a passenger when this car hit the end of a guardrail on Interstate 285. Records show the rail penetrated the rear door and hit him in the back of the head.
My son meant the world to me. It's just not an easy thing because every day you think about it.
The guardrail end in Jeff's crash was an ET+, a revolutionary replacement for outdated ends like the BCT. It's supposed to slow your car down by sliding along the rail, flattening it and ejecting it out to the side, away from the car. In November, a federal jury found Trinity Industries guilty of defrauding the government by secretly shrinking the ET+ design to save money.
To go and hide it, it makes me mad. It's not just my son, it's a whole lot other people that's going through this.
In California, Illinois, Ohio, Tennessee, and at least 7 other states, families say the ET+ malfunctioned, sending the rail through the car, killing, impaling, or slicing off the limbs of their loved ones.
They're just sitting there waiting to kill you.
Attorney Stephen Lawrence is working on more than a dozen lawsuits. He's traveled to 35 states, including Georgia, measuring the ET+ changes.
Trinity can say whatever they want about any individual wreck, and they can send an army of lawyers to fight any individual case. But when you have years and years of data, it speaks for itself.
The Highway Administration still allows use of the ET+, but demanded new crash tests to prove it's safe. Georgia's transportation commissioner defended the product even after dozens of other states stopped buying them.
If anything indicates to us that there is some validity to these results that we're hearing about, then we'll certainly take action.
Every state is supposed to give the feds ET Plus crash data, but Georgia doesn't keep any. So we went looking, scouring crash reports and photos from the last 3 years. It's how we found this fatal crash in Habersham County.
It was like somebody shot that guardrail right through and then it turned. It had to be the guardrail that killed her.
Flora Wade lost one friend and another barely survived.
That could happen to anybody, anywhere. So you can't put a dollar sign on a life. I think it needs to be fixed, and now.
Trinity Industries has defended the ET Plus, saying the product is safe, but the company agreed not to ship any more of them until after the new crash tests. You can go to our website at WSBTV.com to see pictures and stories of other drivers' crashes with both kinds of guardrail ends. We've also posted an interactive map showing where we found the older model BCTs which need replacing.